welcome back to the vlog. So I thought it would be fun to share with you a very chill weekend with me. I'm just gonna be knitting, probably baking, maybe reading, and just overall chilling, and I thought it would be fun to do it together. So before I start cooking lunch, I wanted to open up with you a package that I got that is kind of knitting related and was really recommended by you guys, so yeah. So I got myself a pregnancy pillow because you guys told me to buy one of those to support my arms when I'm knitting, and I thought I would buy a pregnancy pillow one because if I can also use it to sleep, like have it between my legs, that might help me out as well. So just bought this off of Amazon. This is not sponsored, this is just me buying stuff, and yeah, very excited to try this out. I'm really looking forward to this chill weekend. This morning I just spent it knitting away on the girl dress, which I'll show you where I'm at later on during the day. It's fluffing up so much. We'll talk about what I've got planned for this weekend, but yeah, this morning I've just spent it knitting away, drinking my coffee, eating my very yummy banana pancakes, and then I did a little bit of a gym session. I'm mostly doing arms, but I'm trying to do 5 sessions per week. So on Mondays and Fridays I do leg day, on Tuesdays and Thursdays I do upper body, mostly to get strength in my upper body for knitting, and then Wednesdays I want to try to go running for a bit, which I just did once this week, so that was the first time I went back. I used to run quite a bit before, but yeah. And then in the weekends it's either doing full body, upper body, lower body, whatever, and just going for walks. So I think I'll go for a walk later this afternoon. But yeah, I got this cover which is like velvet. I really like it. Don't love the color, but I mean, it was a neutral. I didn't want something too ugly because I'm all up for beautiful and practical things, so I like that mix. Let me put the cover on and then I'll show you what that looks like. There we go, my big pregnancy knitting lap pillow, which I think is good because I feel like you can also kind of tie it around your back. Not sure why. Or maybe it's because it's also supposed to be like you can tie it up and it keeps... This is how it kind of looks like big poop, so maybe this color choice wasn't the best. But hopefully it'll work and I can get some support in my arms when knitting. So I'll try it out later today. But let's get cooking. I would like to make some lasagna. I want to make zucchini and goat cheese lasagna, which is a recipe I really like to do. And I've already prepped the zucchini, so it's just going to be putting it all together and popping it into the oven, which I love. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start by turning on the oven at 180. The dog can hear other dogs, so he's going to be barking a bit. And then I use these. If you're in France, highly recommend using these. This is from Picard, and this is already pre-made bechamel because I hate doing the bechamel. Not necessarily the making of it, but I just never do enough, and so I have to do 2 batches, and it's really annoying. So I can just pop these in a plate and put them in the microwave for a bit, and then I've got a bechamel sauce all ready to go and to use. Obviously need the lasagna pasta, whatever it's called. So I'm just putting a bit of olive oil at the bottom, and by a bit I mean a lot. Then I'm putting a bit of the lasagna, just a bit like this. And then because I already have the zucchinis pre-cooked, I can just start popping them in there with the goat cheese, and then I'll just put up the bechamel. Don't know if I'm gonna have enough zucchinis for this big plate, but we'll see. Might have to do just one layer, which is going to be a bit sad, but I do have a smaller plate, but now that I've started to put things in it, I'm going to use this one. Let me know what you guys' favorite dish to make is, because I always need inspiration. I'm always kind of doing the same kind of recipes over and over again, which, don't get me wrong, I like them, but sometimes you just want a little bit of variety. This is hard to say. I just use a mix of goat cheese like this, kind of a, don't know what that's called in English, don't know if you have it. And then I also use some very moist goat cheese so that it's not too stiff. You've got a mix of the flavor, because this one is quite dry, it doesn't have a lot of flavors, but I don't know, I like putting that on there as well. So it's mainly going to be goat cheese rather than goat cheese and zucchinis, because there's going to be a lot of goat cheese. I don't think I'm going to put everything, I'm just putting like small dollops here and there. This is like a cooking show apparently. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing my Camisole number 4 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, which was one of the first, if not the first, summer top that I ever knitted, and I love it. This one is in a Knitting Poly Pure Silk in the colorway Dusty Artichoke, and it's a really lightweight top, so it's perfect for summer days. I don't think it's too hot, but I haven't worn it on like a 30 or more degrees day. Today is going to be around 26, I think, so not too hot. And so I think this is going to be perfect. I've got another one of these in a cashmere yarn, which I also really like. I just need to redo the bind off because it's a bit too tight, but this one is really flowy, which is lovely. So I'm not going to put too much in there because I need most of it for the top, but I also don't want it to be too dry inside. So that's always kind of the balance to find. And because this is a huge plate, like I should have done the smaller one. I hope this is going to be enough. Might have to do the other bechamel that I've got. Let's just do that. And then a little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. So it's not going to be the prettiest, but that's okay. I'm going to need more, so I'm going to go do that. I'll show you how it's looking. I'll pop it into the oven. And then whilst it's cooking, I'm just going to go back to knitting a bit. So I'll see you then. I'm craving making some muffins, so I saw a recipe on TikTok. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I'm gonna try. I've already put the oven at 180 and I'm just gonna be baking a little bit. So I need flour, of course. Then I need some baking soda. That's merlin. Then I need a little bit of, I don't know what that's called in English. And then 3 eggs. I also have just been knitting away on the sleeve of my Cove sweater, which is test knit I'm doing. I've been talking about it in podcast. That's my like navy blue sweater. Just got one sleeve to go. I'm hoping to get half of the sleeve done this weekend. I can't work on it too much at the same time, or like for a long bit, because it's on small circumference, so it hurts my shoulder a little bit. But I've done the short rows, and I've done like up until maybe here, I don't know. So, you know, if I can reach the middle of the arm, that would be good. But I'm really craving starting a new project, and I really shouldn't, because I've got so many whips. So I'm thinking instead this weekend what I might do is get one of my hibernating whips out of hibernation, so that it kind of gives me the feeling of a new cast on, but it's a whip, so it's like it might feel good. So I think I'm gonna work on something after whilst this is cooking. I'm gonna work on my dress, because that's an easy project to work on. And then tonight I think I'm gonna take that whip out of hibernation, and we'll chat about this when I do. This is looking pretty nice, so I'm gonna add, of course, some chocolate chips. These are dark chocolate chips because that's what I like. I don't mind milk chocolate, but I just love the taste of dark chocolate. So I'm just gonna pop them in there. I usually use like those kind of paper baking sheets, but I don't have any, and I'm gonna try just with some flour. Probably will stick a bit to the pan, but we'll see. So this is how they're looking. Let's pop them in for, I think, 15 minutes. Let's try one before my partner gets back. We'll see how it is. It's very dry. I think it's maybe too cooked. Maybe with like peanut butter or something on top, making it a bit less dry would be better, but it's not that good. Oh well. To pick up my hibernating project now. Is it a seasonally appropriate project? Absolutely not, but I've been really thinking about it the last few days, even weeks, about picking it back up, and it's gonna be a slow project anyways, so I would like to work on it a tiny bit when I can, here and there, without any pressure. I'll share it with you, and then I'll say why I put it aside and what I'm gonna do tonight. So this is my Dagmar by Petite. Hopefully you can see the cables even though it's dark. And obviously this is a very winter garment, but I'm hoping to get it done in time for like mid-fall beginning of winter or something like that, so I think it'll be nice to work on it. I had only done the back panel and I had started the shoulder, but it's not very neat, so what I was doing was trying to get the cable to line up, but it wasn't really working. So I was trying to kind of modify it with someone's instruction on Instagrams, but it's not really working because it means I don't have the right number of stitches here for the honeycomb cable in the middle. So I'm gonna start over. I'm just gonna follow up Petite's pattern, even though the cables don't line up on the shoulders. I've decided I don't really care in the end. Like, yes, whilst knitting it, it's gonna bother me, but when I'm wearing it, I'm not gonna see it. So it would be nice if it was a neat lineup, but I'm not gonna stress about it. And if that makes me not want to knit it, it's not worth it. So the other reason is also because it hurts my shoulder a bit to work on this. I don't know if it's the yarn, the needle size, the cabling, not sure, but I know I'm gonna need to take this slow, so I think it's nice to pick this back up again. So I'm gonna start over the shoulder. I need to remember which needle size I was using, which is gonna be a whole thing, but yeah, I'm excited. It's quite late, it's already 9 p.m, so I don't think I'll get far on the shoulder, but if I can at least pick it up, start it, I think that'll be a nice place for me to be in. So let's go ahead and do that. It is 4 o'clock and it's only now that I'm chatting to you, so I hope you guys don't mind. It was a pretty chill morning, and then we went to like a an artist market, which was really nice, and that's why I bought that mug that I showed you guys, which is so cute. I haven't used it yet because I made myself an iced latte instead of a hot latte, but tomorrow morning, rest assured, I'm gonna use it. But I thought I would show you what progress I got done this weekend. I haven't knitted a ton today. I don't know how much more knitting I'm gonna get done because I'm gonna have to do the big cleanup, the Sunday cleanup of the house, and I'm pretty knackered, so I think I'm gonna go read for a bit. So don't know how much more knitting I'll do, but I did manage to pick up the stitches and start the shoulder on the Dagmar. And as I showed you, I had messed up, here, the cable here. I had done it the other way around, but you're supposed to do it the same as this one here. And so I laddered back down and redid it. It's not perfect, because obviously laddering back down, it's going to be a little bit loose, and also I may have not done the cables exactly where I was supposed to do, like on the right rows, but it's not too bad, and it's a dark yarn, so it's not going to show too much, so I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't line up perfectly with the cable here, but that's by design, by Petite's design, so I think it's perfectly fine. And yeah, I mean, hopefully I can finish the shoulder by the end of the week so that I can then start the second shoulder and just take it slow. But I'm happy to have gotten that back out of hibernation for a bit. We'll see how long I can work on it because it is like heavy rustic yarn, so when it's too hot, it's not the most pleasant. And then on the Cove sweater, and everything about the yarns I'm using will be down below. For the Cove sweater, I've done, a bit of the sleeve. Don't think I'm halfway through it. I'm like maybe 1/3 of the way through it. But I'm not that motivated to work on it, to be honest, so I didn't want to push it. So I'll work on it slowly throughout the week. But it's looking good. And then on the dress, I'm really happy because if you watch my latest podcast, you know that I have to reach my deadline. I have to knit at least 6 centimeters a week, and I've almost done 10 this week. So this is great. So this is the marker that I put at the end of the last podcast, and I filmed that on Tuesday and we're Sunday. So yeah, not even a week full worth of work and already about 10 centimeters, so that's great. It's looking so good. I'm so excited. I think it's finally kind of past my bum, which is nice. I haven't tried it on in a bit, but I think I'll do that for the next podcast. So if you're curious about it, check that out or be on the lookout for it because it won't be coming soon. And also, I'm almost done with this skein, and I think I started it around the same time as I finished the last podcast, so where that marker was. So I guess I've got like over 10 centimeters worth of yarn. So now it's eating up yarn, and I'm glad I've got way more than enough, hopefully. I mean, if I can get like one skein done every 2 weeks, that should be about 6 centimeters, which is, what I've got to do if I want to finish by the end of July. The skirt part I'm talking. Anyways, yeah, as I said, I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm gonna chill a bit in bed or in this chair reading, and then I'll have to do the cleanup, and I'm not gonna bore you with that, so I'll see you later tonight. ready for bed, so I thought I would wrap up this vlog here. But before I do, let's just chat very quickly about what I've been reading lately. So I just finished Every Year After by Callie Fortune this morning, so I'm ready to watch the adaptation that's out, I think, on Prime Video. I only found out about the adaptation this week, so I kind of hurried to finish it up, but I didn't love that one as much. I would say it's like a 3 out of 5 for me. I don't know if it was because it was an audiobook or the plot itself I didn't love, but I read that one because I've read This Summer Will Be Different by Callie Fortune 2 weeks ago, and I absolutely loved it. I read it in 3 hours. I was obsessed, couldn't put it down, and so I'm gonna go through most of her books, I think, in the next few weeks. This Summer Will Be Different was a physical book, and the others are audiobooks, and audiobooks just take me a bit longer to get through, so I might buy one of them physical as well. We'll see. But yeah, I finished that one this morning, and then I started up, as you saw, Gwen and Art Are Not in Love by Lex Croucher, I think, which I haven't got too much into, but I mean, it sounds promising. I did like the first few pages that I read about like 30 pages, I think, and then it was time to do the cleanup of the house. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it more over the coming days. And then I spent the evening watching the other Miss Bennet, which I had watched previously with my sister and really liked, and so I recommended it to my roommate, and so we watched it together whilst she was knitting her ivy sweater and I was knitting the girl dress. So that's the wrap up for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed. There wasn't that much going on. I did not end up going for walks, and today I did not have time or the energy to bake, but it was a fun weekend and I enjoyed taking you along with me. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not, because I know a lot of you watch my videos but are not subscribed. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.